I wanted to make a point that creating great web video, instructional, news video, informational video, does not have to be predicated on advertising. I know that sounds funny, and it's not predicated on sponsorships or pay. Everybody can be a publisher. Everybody, like, well, I'm doing it, whatever. Or this embassy could do it, or the car repair down the street can be doing it. And they do it for different reasons. And I interviewed Chris Anderson, the editor of Wired magazine. He says, most bloggers do it for the economy, for the economy of reputation. I mean, it's nice to feel good about yourself, but you can reinvent yourself and do other stuff. Now, Shoba has a business which actually does video for the Gates Foundation, for the State Department, for the United Nations, for Intel, for all these companies who want to get web video out there for their own corporate positioning or reasons. And they're doing it, and other companies are like Walmart, they're getting their own videos up themselves. So web video is very powerful, and to think of it simply in the context of mainstream media or emerging media company is only one slice. So, and Shoba has a great piece in Forbes.com that just published yesterday, but maybe you could fill us in a little bit.
Yeah, actually, you know, just listening to some of the conversations, because I think that there is a non-advertising model, and if you look at Hitachi, I don't know how many of you have seen their True Stories campaign, and if you go to Hitachi/True Stories, they have gone into Middle America and done about a dozen feature stories. It's unbelievably beautifully shot, but in a very new style. You can sit through 3 minutes of it and not know what the link with Hitachi is, right? But it's, you know, the return of the coal industry, and somewhere in there is Hitachi helping with that. But there's also something about how plasma screens are made. And if you go to studiodell.com, they've done a phenomenal job, and they are getting so many uniques. They're among the top 10 trafficked sites on the web, so they have the destination, and they have the captive audience, because if you go to Dell.com, it's a conscious decision. Right? And they've got 3 channels: consumer, small business, and I forget what the third one is.
Enterprise.
Enterprise,
probably, yeah.
right. And the content is very cheaply produced. They've got a character, one person who's quite funny and engaging. And they do content, video content, about things as basic as how to hook up your printer, which is the how-to. But they also do things like what is Sling Media, which is about something entirely separate to Dell, but in the tech space. And they're ramping up the investment, because for them, it allows them to reduce their cost of marketing significantly. They're not buying advertising. They own the content. They control the environment. They're making it embeddable. You know, Sweden, right? We were just hired by them last month to actually create a Swedish video portal, right, with editorial-driven content, because they want to establish a reputation for environmentally sensitive issues, primarily, you know, buildings and infrastructure, etc.